my name is Andrea and I'm a caregiver for my lovely mother. My mom is currently living with dementia, which is also known as memory loss. I use this channel to share tips, strategies, share my experiences that I gain each day along my caregiving journey. No 2 days are the same. Hence, I find it very, very important to build a community around caregiving. My channel is geared towards persons who are taking care of their loved ones and persons who are caring for others professionally. I love inviting others who wish to come on and share their caregiving experiences with me on this channel. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for liking, sharing, subscribing, and leaving your comments. I truly appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Hello to all my YouTube families and friends. Thank you again for joining me in another episode on my caregiving series. I have today a special guest, which I actually prepped you about a few weeks ago to say I was going to invite him on just to come and share with us. And you are going to see exactly why I brought him on, because he's a caregiver, but I'm going to allow Daijin to tell about himself. Daijin, welcome to my YouTube channel. And you are welcome to come back after today, and I hope I won't scare you. I hope we'll have good conversation. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you, Andrea. Pleasure to be here and excited to partake of the conversation today with you.
Yes, so Daijin, I would like you to share with the viewers what's our connection.
Sure. So I've known Andrea for maybe over a year, definitely, maybe 2 years.
Yeah,
It's been a
maybe.
while, and the
Yeah, it's been
time
a while.
has gone for a while. But I met Andrea through the Alzheimer's Association, part of one of the support groups. My mother has early, I guess, mid-stage dementia at this point, and so I found a support group, and this was during COVID, I guess. So it has to be at least 2 years,
Mhm,
2 to 3 years now. And I think not atypical of many people who come to one of the support groups, I became a bit of a support group junkie. So I joined an early stage group. I joined a local group that I could attend live when we went back to meeting live. And then I found a adult children of Alzheimer's patients groups. So it was three different groups. And in the early days, it was just fantastic and just amazing at how much I didn't know and how helpful everyone was. And so I would just encourage everyone first, go find a support group. There's just such a wealth of information and knowledge that's available, both from the facilitators, but more importantly, the fellow caregivers, because we're living this together. And I'd say it was such a wonderful experience of not just the learning, but also just the sharing. Um, Times that we could cry together as we went through different challenges. And then more importantly, the times that we could laugh together. Particularly with Alzheimer's and dementia, it doesn't get any better. There is no cure. So it's just a matter of how you're managing the decline. And so you have to find the moments of joy. And it's hard, but having that community that you can do so is really important. But as Andrea and I have gotten to know each other, I think we were in the early stage group together, and I said,
mhm.
hey, I'm in this other group too. You should come join us. So there are times that I see Andrea in the morning, and then I see her in the afternoon as we're in the different support groups. Um, but I'll pause there for if there's anything else you want to
And
add,
and
Andrea,
and
before.
Daijin, yes, you answered one of my questions because I wanted to ask you how would you encourage other persons who are watching to join a support group, and you have answered that question. As you said, we joined the support group because of the nature of the illness that we're for the person who we're giving care to. But there are many other support groups out there. There for the
Yeah.
I know you have cancer support groups, you have diabetes, hypertension, you do have support groups. So I will encourage you to go out and seek out a group that it is pointed towards the illness that your loved one is facing at this time.
Yeah, and I would just really stress, go find a support group. I remember sitting alone by myself going, I don't know what to do. I don't know who to talk to or what even the questions to ask are. And I found a support group, and just sitting there and listening is fantastic. Asking questions is great. Sometimes there's answers, sometimes there isn't, but it just breaks that sense of loneliness. My mother does not live with me, but she lives close by. I know everyone has different circumstances, whether they're close by, you're living together, or they're remote. But regardless, it is incredibly, there can be feelings of loneliness because no one understands what you're going through. And no one will, but a support group will help find other people who are going through a similar journey.
Exactly. And then you realize that you're not the only one who is on this journey, and you do have a community of persons out there to support you.
Yeah.
So, after visiting our support groups for weeks and being encouraged by each other, one day Dijon came on and said, "Guess what?
Guess what? I had some
Guess
new
what?"
news from this past month. I had a heart attack, of which I am 52 years old. I believe I have moderate slash borderline cholesterol, but as my wife and my doctor laugh and say, obviously not, since I did have a heart attack. I had a heart attack about 5 weeks ago. I am doing fine now. We got to the hospital just in time, and they were able to put in 2 stents, and I'm recovering. I'm not fully back to normal yet, but I'm doing very well. And so I have had the, I don't know, privilege, the joy, the unfortune of being a patient as well and having lots of caregivers around me. So I can speak now as both a caregiver for my mother as well as a patient and see the caregivers who are around me. And I've heard this before and I will really stress it. In some ways, it's easier to be the patient. All you have to do is just lie there. The doctors come
Wow.
to you, people feed you, they take care of you, they tell you to just rest. And honestly, that's the only thing you can do. My first 2 weeks, I woke up, I had breakfast, I took a nap. I woke up, I had lunch, I took a nap. I had dinner, and then I went to sleep early. Even now, I think I get about 10 hours of sleep at night, just because my body is still recuperating. Being a caregiver is incredibly difficult. You're always worrying. You're always busy doing something. You're always thinking, what else could I do? What else should I do? Are they getting the best care? Even when they say, yes, you're doing everything, you should rest, they're never completely out of your mind. And so I'm not going to say taking care of my mother caused a heart attack, but it probably is a bit part of the underlying stress, along with work, along with family, along with everything else in our lives. And so it's a combination of everything. It's your diet, your lifestyle, and the stress that you have in your life. And so you have to take care of yourself. Um, as awful as it would have been to die, it would also be incredibly impactful for the people that I take care of, my wife, my kids, my mother. And so if you're not going to take care of yourself for yourself, take care of yourself for the people that you take care of. And I
Wow.
know we all know that, but it's just something that we have to remind ourselves every day.
Yeah, so when I heard Dajan's story that last month, he came on and he was laughing about it. I, to be honest, I could not laugh. I'm still not laughing because I thought about it. I would not have wanted to have heard that this person who I've become attached to in my support group would have just left us just like that. So I decided to invite Daijin here, especially to emphasize the need for us as caregivers to take care of ourselves. I cannot even stress it more. Because Daijin, let me ask you, because being in a situation like that, having a heart attack in a real situation, you're in the emergency room, you have your mother, which she's very close to your situation, and you know, okay, if I go, what will happen to my mother? What were some of those things running through your mind at that time?
I don't know. As I said before, of you just have to find ways to laugh. And so, as I was in the ER, as there were doctors around me, they were doing an ultrasound of my heart, and then they did a little bit lower. And so I leaned over and said, "Hey, if I could make a joke, is it a boy or girl?"
Oh
Um,
my God.
they rightfully ignored me as they were trying to save my life, but I think I knew I was being taken care of, so
Mhm.
I wasn't really worried. My friend who works in that hospital came over and later asked, "Is there anything he can do?" And I said, "Just take care of my wife, because I'm in good hands." And so I think I didn't really think too much about my mother or my kids. I thought about my wife, who was, a little bit far from me, crying, because it was not a good situation. I
Mhm.
laugh about it now because if not, I'm probably going to cry. And
Yeah.
I think that's a feeling that many of us can resonate with, that as we're caring for loved ones, there comes a situation that you're just like, I can't handle this, and you're just going to
Mhm.
break down and cry.
Mhm.
And if you need to do that, that's okay. But when you can, find the moments of laughter, even at the absurdity of the situation. But
Wow.
I think also for me, I have my faith in God and Jesus Christ, and I know that things will work out. Thank God
I'm
I
so
am
happy
still
you
alive,
mentioned that. Yes.
quite literally. And
Mm-hmm.
so I know that whatever happens, things will work out. But I think we do have our responsibility to play in that, which is, again, take care of your bodies, take care of yourselves, and put yourself in the best situation that you can care for others.
So let me ask you now, what steps have you taken recently to address or improve your health concerns?
So, again, in the spirit of laughing, I keep telling everyone my diet was not that awful. My cholesterol was borderline, to which everyone just glares at me. But in the last month or so, I have cut out all alcohol, all red meat, all fried food, all ice cream and desserts. Um,
Ooh. I just
Pretty
had some
much.
ice cream. I just had some ice cream.
I hate you. I hate you.
I know,
Um,
right?
and in the past month or so, I have lost 10 pounds.
Wow.
And part of that's also probably because I'm sleeping a lot more and not exerting myself. But again, just from diet, I guess my diet wasn't very good. And
Mm-hmm.
so obviously I had a life-threatening health scare, but I am sleeping more. I am eating a lot more healthily. I just started cardiac rehab this morning, so I'm getting exercise while being monitored by doctors.
I
But
was just about to ask you about the exercise because that's very important.
yeah, but we all know this. Eat better, sleep more, get exercise, try to minimize your stress. But it doesn't hit home until it has to. And so I would just encourage you and everyone listening and watching to do
Mm-hmm.
that sooner than later. Um, and Andrea, as you had mentioned, and if we were not here, then we can't take care of our loved ones. And so it's to the best benefit of our loved ones that we take care of ourselves.
Yes, yes, yes. And God has been merciful to you, Dajin. And we
Absolutely.
we thank we actually thank him for that. Proverbs 4 verse 23, New International Version reminds me and reminds you to Dajin, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
when I found that scripture reading, I was like, it's literally talking about your heart, but we're talking about, it's true. Even your physical heart, everything flows from it. And your spiritual heart, just the same. Everything flows from it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So it's good to have you here still, Dajan, on this side of life
Yep.
because we could have heard, I mean, that totally left me scared when I heard you say that. But it was good of you to come and, and laugh about it because I think doing that that kind of helped others in our support group to have dealt with the situation at that time. But
Yeah,
on a serious note, we all need to take care of our bodies.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Dajen, we haven't delved into your mommy's situation or anything, so you know I'll be welcoming you back on my channel to talk
Absolutely.
another time. I hope it was good for you to be here just to even share with my viewers.
Absolutely. I look
And
forward to it.
before I go, I want to encourage all my viewers, everyone watching, to remember to love upon your loved one in a way that they will appreciate it while they still can. Because I'm telling you, not everybody is able to appreciate love that you give them at this time. So do that while they still can. Thanks again for joining me in another episode. I encourage you to have a beautiful rest of your day. If it's the end of the week, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy it to the max. Don't leave out God and walk good, as we'd say in my home country, Jamaica, the beautiful land of Jamaica. Walk good. See you soon next week, same place, same time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.